Good evening, humans. Tyrannosaurusmoth here, and tonight we're taking a look at the Ultra Street Fighter 2 Guile figure from Jada Toys. Let's do this. Aesthetically speaking, this figure looks fantastic, and Jada has just nailed everything so far, and this is no exception. I mean, ultimately, Guile is just, American Army guy and, fatigues in a tank top, but it works. And certainly the stature, he's a wide boy. As you can see, that the width of those shoulders is crazy. But it definitely works for the proportions of the character, certainly in the game. And everything else just very nicely done. We get some texture to the pants. Then we get to the boots. Boots are nice and smooth. No sculpting on the bottom, though, which actually I think is the first figure with boots that I've seen without that sort of sculpt on the bottom, which is strange, but absolutely not a deal breaker or anything that deters from it. Nice pop of silver there for the belt buckle. Paint all the way around the back of the belt as well. Always a nice touch. Camo looks nice, if a little messy, but I mean that obviously works for camo. Then the tank top, we get again some kind of woven style texture going on there with some folds, kind of creases here and there to make it actually look like fabric. Then, again on his swole arms, we get the American flag tattoos on both arms. And then the likeness, and it looks just like the art, and very stern face, very striking eyes too. Just they really stick out, especially with this kind of highlighter yellow hair, and that sculpt is amazing. Again, just seeing Guile's hair in 3D is always a treat. And as you can see, they even textured the top as well, so really cool stuff. But ultimately, it's a really cool looking figure. Accessories are excellent and very much in line with what we've come to expect from the Ultra Street Fighter 2 line. So getting into it with hands, we get a pair of fists right out of the box. Then we get a couple separate hands. So for the left, we get this kind of splayed out, sort of posed hand, and that is, for him kind of keeping his hair in place. And speaking of that, we get a right hand that's kind of an Orange Cassidy thumbs up / grip, and that grip is very specific because that's for this other accessory we have, which is his comb from his victory pose, and very nicely done, nice bright silver. And this hand is very much made for that. As you can see, it fits perfectly, so you can make that happen. Probably grip other things as well as actually probably his other accessory, which is his dog tags. So from his other victory pose, and as you can see, we get a actual metal ball chain, and then we get the plastic dog tags right there. Again, that nice bright silver. We actually get 2 head sculpts as well. So we looked at the neutral face sculpt before in the aesthetic section, and then we get a gritted teeth facial expression, which is excellent. So obviously good for his special move, which, speaking of which, we do get a stand, an effect stand, just as we have gotten with various figures in this line, just the circular base with the 2 nodes here on the arm, and that is for his sonic boom. And this is done beautifully, harder plastic than we've seen with a few of the other effects, but nice translucency. It really reads really well as that sonic boom effect. As you can see, we have the hole right there for the stand. So that will do it for accessories. Articulation balance here are beautiful, so let's break it down. Freestanding kicks, pretty much no issue. Took a little bit to get into, did have to tilt the foot a little bit, but balance is on point. And that was stuck. There we go. So excellent. Then we get into finer points. So we get our barbell from the neck into the head. We get the ball joint at the bottom of the neck, so we can look up very nicely and look all the way down. Get some tilt, some rotation. We do have our butterfly joints. Come back about that forward, back about that far, forward about that far. Getting ahead of myself here. Coming to a perfect T for the shoulders. We do get bicep swivel, double jointed elbows bring us to there. Then we get hinge and swivel at the wrists, both all horizontal. Then we get ball joint diaphragm, ball joint at the waist, which gives us some fantastic crunch, some fantastic arch back. It's a great tilt side to side. We get rotation from both the top and the bottoms of both those joints. Lots of options. Then we get perfect splits with no drop downs. I love that about this line. Again, if you do the sculpt right, everything works out. So fantastic. Front kick, perfect 90 as well. We do get thigh swivel, double jointed knees. There. We get boot swivel. We get perfect point. Get some nice forward and some nice rocker as well. So that will do it for articulation. Getting into size comparisons, here he is with some other Jada Street Fighter. With some domestics. With some imports. With some monsters. Finally, with an articulated icons Oni, yours truly in human form as a Valorous Action Force figure. So my final thoughts on the Ultra Street Fighter 2 Guile figure from Jada Toys is that this figure absolutely rules. Guile is pretty definitively probably my least favorite of the original 8 Street Fighter 2 characters, and they really kind of upped my interest with this figure. I mean, not that I ever like disliked Guile as a character, but just, you know, again, just kind of there. Okay, American Army guy, whatever. But just this figure is so fun to pose and, you know, kind of simulate all of his moveset and stuff like that. That, like, yeah, it's awesome. And, you know, honestly, if they end up doing the Player 2 / Street Fighter 2 Turbo like blue outfit, I will probably end up buying that as well. Yeah, just a really good figure overall. So if you are a Guile fan, or you're a Guile main, as it were, or if you're just collecting this whole line, like, don't pass this up. It's awesome. Showing up on shelves in Targets, as I understand, in various locations, not out here in the East Coast on the US yet, but still findable out there. But it's also available on various online resources. So I wish you the best of luck in tracking yours down. That being said, I hope you found this review informative and somewhat entertaining. And if that's the case, I hope to see you back here because I do multiple reviews a week of action figures just like this, multiple times a week. So yeah, hope to see you back. And really, just at the end of the day, I hope that you're well. I hope that all of your toy dreams come true. And most importantly, I hope that you and yours stay weird, simians.